Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome to In Harmony with Vitality, where we empower your journey, embracing your vitality to unleash the potential within.
Hello, I'm Eva.
And I'm Marta.
And together we are your hosts, certified integrative nutritional health coaches and moms on a mission. We are here to guide you through the maze of health and wellness, steering clear of fat diets and one-size-fits-all solutions.
We believe in a personalized approach, turning into your bio-individual needs, embracing and honoring your uniqueness, and making decisions based in your inner wisdom.
This podcast is not just about facts and figures. We are here to bring you light, interesting and entertaining conversations, all backed up by science. Expect a blend of knowledge and laughter as we explore the world of well-being.
And speaking of exploration, we're not just your host. We're fellow explorers on this journey. Throughout the episodes, we'll be sharing our own experiences in health, wellness, parenting, and life.
Our hope is to inspire and motivate you to make positive changes in your life. Whether you're a seasoned wellness enthusiast or just starting your journey, we got something for everyone.
So get ready for a dose of vitality, wisdom, and a touch of humor on In Harmony with Vitality. Join us as we navigate the exciting adventure towards a healthier, happier, and more vibrant you.
Because life is a symphony, and together let's find our harmony. Empower your journey, embrace your vitality, and unleash the potential within.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to In Harmony with Vitality. I'm Marta, your host, and I'm excited to have you here for another episode full of tips and insight for a healthier and more balanced life. Today, we are going to dive into a fundamental topic for our well-being, digestion. From what we drink before we eat to how to listen to our bodies. We'll explore a variety of tips for improving our digestive health and feeling more vital on a daily basis. So get ready for a conversation full of wisdom and practical tips here on In Harmony with Vitality. Let's get started. Hello, Eva. How are you?
Hello, Marta. Hello, everyone. I'm really good. I'm feeling full of energy, maybe because I just had 8 hours uninterrupted sleep last night. So I'm like, yeah, let's go.
This is not usual, right?
No, not with 2 small kids. Yeah, but it happened because I was on my own last night. So,
so you are very
I'm very energized.
Energized, you're very.
Yes. And I'm very excited about this topic because I think it's a very interesting topic. And we are going to share some tips that people might not think that they are related to digestion and digestive health. So let's get started.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you recommend to begin with? Which habit would be just a simple one and a good to start with?
Yeah, well, there are many, but I think one of the most important one is hydration. We talked about hydration in previous episodes as well. It is for our general well-being and physical health. It is very, very important to make sure that you drink enough and you drink the appropriate liquids. It's basically water. It's filtered water that you need to have, clean water. And for digestion, what is really important is to drink before eating. We make the mistake that we usually have the glass of water or whatever. In a good case, it's a glass of water. If it's not a glass of water but a sugary drink, then start with getting out the sugary drinks and replace it with water. And just make sure that you drink before you eat and not during, not right after, because it's going to, your digestive liquids are going to get diluted. So your digestion is not going to be as effective as it would be on its own.
That's a very good tip. And also, there are a lot of people that probably they don't really like water because probably they feel like it's boring or just they don't like it. You know, I know a few people that this they say I don't drink water because I don't like it.
I have
Um,
in family, yes.
yeah, and you can put on the water some fruits, so the water becomes more
Tasty?
yummy, yeah, or yeah,
Yeah.
more tasty, yeah.
Yeah, not so
Lemon, some
boring.
lemon, some ginger, or
Yeah,
mint. Or you can put
sure.
in a jar, in a big jar, uh, water, mint, ginger, and sometimes cucumber also,
Hmm.
and just leave it there for half an hour.
Hmm.
And when you put it on your glass, it tastes different, and it
Yes.
tastes very good.
It's infused with the taste. Yeah, you can put some cinnamon stick in it as well.
Also,
That
yeah,
can give a very nice taste. Yeah,
yeah.
just play around with it, and just bear in mind that if you are just switching from sugary drinks and juices, that if that was in your daily habit until now, then just bear in mind that your taste buds need some time. You need to give time to your taste buds to re-educate them, because in the beginning you're going to feel it like it tasteless and it's boring. But I'm not very sure if it was 10 days, but it was a very short period of time within which you can re-educate your taste buds, because they
Mm-hmm.
are regenerated, and then they can get used to these new tastes. I didn't like water before. Now I can taste the different waters. You know, when you drink a tap water that doesn't have a good taste, I can taste that it's not good. And there are
Mm-hmm.
people around me, they would be like, it's just water. And it's not
Yes,
just
that's right.
water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Depends
And
on
also
which
one of the
water you
things,
drink.
yes, exactly. It's just your taste buds get so much more sensitive and you can make
Mm-hmm.
difference. And there is one tip I would like to share that I do every single morning is, as soon as I get up in the morning, the first thing that I do is I go down and have a big glass of water with a little bit of vinegar, apple cider vinegar in it. And it's really good, first of all, because during sleeping you lose quite a lot of water. You can lose, like, I think I read it's up to 400 milliliters of water, which is quite a lot. So it's very important to drink water right after getting up. And by adding apple cider vinegar or lemon to it, you are also helping the detoxification in your system. I was mixing together the English and the Spanish word.
Just it makes a difference when I drink in the morning a glass of water, a glass of water, and for me, I prefer when I add lemon. Is it feels better on my stomach, you know? It feels
Mhm.
much better than just plain water.
Yes,
I
yes,
really like the
I
effect that provokes on me.
yes, yes. And also, now that we are talking about water, I think it's important to talk about what water you drink, because that water it can be full of properties that are not only not beneficial for your body, but they can be even harmful. Um, so it's important to have filtered water or some mineral water. My problem with mineral water is the plastic bottles. So I use osmosis at home. But with osmosis, what happens is that you are taking it filters everything out from the water, the good and the bad. So you have to pay attention on the minerals, because if you don't have enough minerals in your water, it's not going to hydrate you. It's just going to go through you.
Mm-hmm.
So either add like unrefined sea salt to your food, to your water. You can also cook with, for example, with seawater, or if you prefer, you can add to your osmosis unit a mineral filter. So
Mm-hmm.
after cleaning it, the machine itself adds back the minerals, and then you have in your water the minerals.
So it's not only important the quantity of water you drink during the day. It's also important the quality of the water you drink. It's very
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely. Yes, very good point. It
Thank you.
is. And now that we have talked about what to drink, I think it would be interesting and important to talk about what to eat and what not to eat. So the universal advice I think we can give here is to eat more whole foods and more variety of foods, because you can see people eating all the time the same thing. It's very white that they eat. They don't have enough colors. So it's very important to add in colors, add in textures, eat as many different seasonal fruits, vegetables as you can, legumes, pulses, whole grains, nuts, dried fruits, seeds. All these ingredients are adding texture and flavor to your food and health.
Yes, sometimes you are worried about it. You are worried about, do I'm eating the complete nutrition or the complete vitamins, all the vitamins that my body needs during the day? So one of the recommendation is just what Eva says, is to put a lot of colors in your plate, a lot of variety on your plate. With this, you will cover everything, all minerals, all vitamins, everything what you need.
Exactly.
Instead of counting calories, counts colors.
Yes. I love that. I love that tip. I love it, because there are still so many people who are worried about, like, oh no, it has too much calories in it, and it's like, stop counting calories. I used to count calories, and it only took me to put on weight.
This is a stress also. Stress gives you stress.
Yes, and stress you don't need.
Stress. You don't need stress.
No, that's actually one of the tips that I wanted to share is stress management, which is we don't think that it's related to the digestion, but managing stress is crucial for a better digestive health, because it scientifically has been proven that chronic stress, the stress that we are under, most of us are under nowadays, is a stress that is constantly present in your life, can cause digestive problems ranging from diarrhea to constipation. Because what happens that it raises the level of inflammation within your digestive system and in the entire body. So with stress, the nervous system goes into the sympathetic mode, which is the flight and fight mode. And during these periods of time, the body only focuses on surviving and diverts the blood and the energy from the digestive system, because it pushes everything to your lymph, to your arms, to your hands, to your arms, to your legs, because you might have to run away, you might have to hide away. So your energy is needed there, and your digestive system shuts down. And it has, you can see in people who are under a lot of stress that they are either super thin or they are overweight.
Yeah, that's right. Stress is so injury. Is that the word? Injury?
Harmful.
Harmful. Yeah.
Injurious. Yeah, harmful.
So one of the things that you could do to reduce the stress would be exercise. To do exercise. This it will reduce the stress. Also, it will give you better digestion. Probably, it seems like it doesn't have relations one to other, but it has a lot of relation. Having good exercise, it doesn't need. You don't need to go to the gym. Just do some walk. Also, that works for a good digestion. And
it's good for your overall well-being as well.
Yes, that's right. And reducing the stress with exercise, you will feel better, and it will gives you more motivation on eating well, eating food with a lot of fiber, with vitamins, and eat healthy food.
Yes, it's all interconnected. One thing leads to another. When you are under a lot of stress, you don't feel motivated, you feel all the time tired, you feel anxiety. You go for foods that are comforting you emotionally, but are really harmful for your digestion. So it's really, as we were talking about this on a previous episode, the multidimensional health, when you start to work on one dimension, you start to care for the others as well. It's all connected. It's all interconnected. Yeah.
And in relation to the food that we was talking about, the fiber, it's so good to include, like you said before, Eva, whole foods in the diet. Could you mention some of the foods that are really good for our digestion?
Yeah, sure. So as you just mentioned, the fiber, because when we are eating whole foods, we have fiber naturally in those foods. So when we talk about fibers, we need to mention that there is soluble and the non-soluble fiber. The soluble fibers absorbs the water and helps to increase the stool bulk. So it helps you poop. And insoluble fiber acts like you just think about it like a big toothbrush that is going to clean your digestive tract, because that's what happens. That when it's an insoluble fiber, it's going to get all the water and make a big bulk in your intestines, and as it moves through your digestive tract, it takes with it all the toxins, all the rubbish that your digestive system and your body in general doesn't need. So soluble fibers can be found, for example, in oats, in barley, in legumes, whole grains, nuts, seeds. They are all really good sources of insoluble fiber. And what I love about these ingredients, that you can play around with them so much. It's not just you have to take it like a supplement, but you can make million different kind of foods and meals where you can include them.
Yes, that's right. Like, for example?
With legumes. I play around a lot, because most people would think, okay, I will just make a lentil soup, stew. But you can make, for example, whole grain pasta with and add some legumes, add some greeny leaves, some nuts, olive oil, and you make a salad out of it, and it's so tasty. Or you can make a soup. You can, I also play around a lot with seasons, because during cold months I would tend to have dishes that are more warming from the inside, and then during warm months I would tend to prepare something that is more light.
So as you can see, you can make a huge variety of nutrients in a salad plate. It doesn't need to be boring.
Yes. You can make a butter bowl out of it, and it's super. In one bowl you have all the nutrients you need: the fiber, the protein, the carbs, and then and you can play around it so much. If you check my either my blog or my Instagram account, you will see that I share many times what I have for lunch, and you can get so many ideas from there, like how to play around, and you don't have to think about making these feasts where you have to spend hours cooking. It's just, I'm a big fan of saving time, energy, and money in the kitchen. So I cook once during the weekend, and then I eat during the entire week. And it means that I spend 2-3 hours in the kitchen on Sunday, and then I eat the entire week, and just playing around, batch cooking, and then making different meals and dishes.
Yeah, I love that. Saving time, saving money, everything. So it's
exactly
a very good tip. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to share that also in relation to the fiber and the vitamins and nutrients. Also, it is very good to include in the diet seeds. I don't know if you mentioned the chia, and the other one that in Spanish is called lino,
flaxseed.
linaza, flaxseed. That's the word.
Yes.
flaxseed, it's very good seed because it has omega-3, and for all those people that are vegan or vegetarian, they can obtain this omega-3 through this seed. That is fabulous. But it's really important to triturar, moler,
Mince it, yeah. It's like mince it. Don't eat it whole, but mince it, yeah. I
because
think it's minced.
if
Grand,
not, when
grand.
you eat it, yeah, if you eat it, the whole seed it will go through all your body and just
Yeah, you can't use. Yeah, your body can't get the
the
nutrients from it.
nutrients.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and it's also a good thing to just play around with it and see what it is doing in your intestine. Just by if you leave the flax seeds or the ground flax seeds or the chia seeds in a glass of water, you leave it on your table, you will see that in, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, it forms like a gel. And it's exactly what it does in your intestines as well. That's why it is working as a toothbrush, because this gel is moving through your digestive tract, cleaning it out.
yes, and also if you include a glass of water in the morning with a spoon of chia, lemon, and a little bit of salt, this is so
Ooh.
good in the mornings also because the chia is very good for the colon,
Mm-hmm.
and also you are having some water in the morning, lemon, that is very good, and salt with the minerals, you have a
Wow.
complete pack. But the
Love the
chia,
idea.
the chia is very good for also not also the instant in the digestion and instant intestinal.
Intestines. Yes.
It's also very good for the colon.
Yes. And it's full of omega.
Yeah.
Omega, which is very important for it's part of the good fats that are also very they are essential for a good digestion, having enough good fat in your diet. Actually, that's something that happened. Well, it's still going on, but fortunately, it's losing strength. The diet that came into fashion in the 90s and the early 2000, the fat-free diet.
Oh yes, yes.
God,
Oof,
it
that's.
made so much damage to us.
Mhm,
Unbelievable. Um, it actually, we can see that it has caused all the epidemic of obesity and chronic diseases that we are experiencing nowadays, when people went on this fat craze, and all the fats were bad and you should be eating everything fat free. But the problem is that all these fat free foods were the fat was replaced by sugar or any other ingredient that would add flavor, because fat is not only necessary for the digestion, but it also gives the taste, the texture to the food. And if you take out the fat, it's tasteless. So they had to add in something to replace it, and it was the sugar that we can see what did. And I can tell from my own experience that it is not going to help you lose weight, because in the early 2000s I was in the States in the middle of this diet Coke and fat free craze, and I was eating like that. I remember that we would be drinking these 2.5 liters of diet soda and stuff like that, and everything was diet.
Yeah.
And I came home with 10 extra kilos.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
In one
Yeah,
year. In 1 year.
in one
Yes.
year, that's a lot. Yeah. And
It's a lot.
as you can see on that diet, they take out essential ingredient that in this case is the good fat, and
Mm-hmm.
they substitute for sugar that is horrible. And also I would like to mention is that the good fat is so important for your health and for your mental health, for your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very important to be focused, to be with energy, to have a good rest, and for avoiding degenerative
Diseases.
diseases. That was the word. Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Eva.
Yes. Yes, and also we should mention the fact that there are minerals and vitamins, especially vitamins that are that need the fat. Without fat, they can't be used by the body because they are soluble in fat, like the vitamin A, D, E, and the K. They actually work in synergy. So it's very recommended that you take all these vitamins together because one is needed to be able to be used by the body. So these vitamins need to be in synergy, and they need fat. If you don't have fat, you can eat all these vitamins. They are not going to be used by your body, and you will have deficiency, which is going to lead to mental health problem, digestive problem, or in general, you will just have inflammation in your body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. So just try to be conscious of what you put on your plate, to have a lot of nutrients, to have a lot of variety, and just to have fun. You can have fun eating well.
Yes.
It is not needs to be boring.
No, absolutely not. Marta, would you like to share some of the sources of natural sources of omega-3 fats that are anti-inflammatory in the body? Food
Yeah, it would
sources?
be, yeah, of course, it would be the flaxseed. It will also fishes like sardines,
Mm-hmm.
and also I don't know how you say in English, but anchoa. I don't know if
Anchovies?
anchovies also.
Anchovies and sardines, yeah.
Yeah, they are so good. Also, I don't know. Today I don't have a really good mental health.
You are feeling tired, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
today. It's also the
nuts and
nuts.
dried fruits.
Nuts, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. The nuts
Mm-hmm.
are so good. Avocado, no,
Avocados.
avocado, yeah, avocado. It's so
Yes.
good. Also, I love
And
it. Also,
free-range eggs. The
yes.
eggs, yes, eggs, poor eggs have been also demonized so much, and they are so good,
Mm-hmm.
so necessary for our health.
It's very important that you eat organic food. It's in this case, like you said, Eva, the organic eggs are very good because it's so important that the chicken goes outside, eats a lot of things on the floor
As a
and
stress-free life.
exactly. So all the egg that you are going to eat, it comes from that chicken. That if it isn't, if it's a stress, you are going to be fed with that stress that it was feeling.
Absolutely. Yes.
So just try if as much as you can. If you can eat as much as organic food, it will
Yes.
be better.
Yeah, actually there is a list of the Dirty Dozen and the
Oh
Clean
yes, that's right.
Clean 15. We will put
Mm-hmm.
the link in the show notes. This is a list of the Clean 15 are the 15 foods that are you can eat without being organic because the production of these foods is not so contaminated. But the Dirty Dozen, those are the 12 foods that you really want to buy organic because they are
Mm-hmm.
the most contaminated, most toxic ones because they are overproduced. They use so much chemicals on them, and I know that apples and blueberries are on them. So
Yeah.
those
Yes,
are
it's
for
very
sure you
good.
have to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Very
Just
good.
check them out.
We will put it on the link.
Yes, yes, definitely. And now that we are talking about fats, I think it's important to mention that we need to avoid foods that are containing trans fat
Mm-hmm.
because they are extremely harmful for our intestines. Studies have shown and confirmed that it is causing inflammation. So just read your labels. But in a general tip, is just avoid processed foods as much as you can.
Yes, they are very harmful for your
Intestines, yes, intestines.
Thank you.
Yes, it's
This
a
word
lovely
is
word.
hard for me today.
Yes.
And this it could happen that you can obtain diseases,
Definitely.
intolerance, allergies.
Yes.
They produce
Yes.
so many things, so try to avoid
Yes.
all this
Processed
kind.
foods and fried foods because fried foods are also usually packed
Not
with that.
good. Yeah,
No,
not good
not good
at
at
all.
all. Yeah,
Try
absolutely.
to avoid them as much as you can.
Yes, and in general, you just have to take care of your intestinal balance. Make sure that you are feeding the good bacterials, and remove the food that is beneficial for the bad bacterials. In our intestines, we are having millions and trillions of bacterials, good and bad ones, viruses and parasites living together. But what is really important is maintaining a balance, so the good ones are in balance
Mm-hmm.
and they can take care of the bad guys, because the bad guys, we need them as well. They need to
Yes.
be there.
Mm-hmm. It needs
uh,
to be balanced.
yes.
That's the key, to work on it, to have the balanced
Mhm.
diet and have, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So you just have to make sure that you are avoiding sugary, processed, very floury things, because they are the number one food for the bad guys. They are
Mm-hmm.
thriving on that. And just adding more fermented foods.
Oh yes, fermented food is, yeah. I would like to share a tip on fermented food. Is for example, I have a lot of
Sauerkraut.
sauerkraut, and I do it myself, but I do it
Mm.
with it would be
Red
the
cabbage.
red cabbage, yeah.
Hmm.
That it You can do it also with cabbage, normal cabbage, but with the color of the cabbage, it gives you more vitamins.
Extra. Yes.
And if it is better to consume the probiotics, in this case the sauerkraut, half an hour before having the meal. It
Hmm.
it is
It gives more, it's more beneficial for your digestive tract, your digestion in general. Yeah, in general. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I
mhm,
absolutely love sauerkraut. It's something that we eat a lot in Hungary, in the
mhm,
traditional Hungarian diet. All these fermented veggies,
mhm.
we are full of them, but we are not eating it before. We are eating it with the meal. Um,
It's also
it
good.
Yeah, it was traditionally it was a way to add more veggies into your diet during the cold months, because obviously in Hungary we have more. Well, we used to have more cold months than we have now. And when it was cold, it was really cold. We wouldn't have any veggies. It was the potatoes, the only thing that would survive during the cold months. So we have the tradition of fermenting all sorts of veggies, from the um, cabbage to the cucumbers,
Mhm.
the beetroot, the little cucumbers and the beetroot. That's my childhood. I used to eat them all the time, and I love them.
I never
And it's
tried
good to know.
the
No,
beetroot fermented. Oh,
it's really nice.
really nice. Wow, I
Really
would
nice
love
because
to
it's a
try it.
little bit sweet.
Oh,
And I think that's why I loved it when I was a kid. That it's sweet,
yummy.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can get all these fermented foods not just by eating sauerkraut, for example, but yogurt. It also has it's also fermented, or the kefir, or the Asian foods like miso, kombucha, tempeh, kimchi. These are all
Mm-hmm.
fermented. Most of them are soy fermented foods, and they are very, very beneficial.
Yes, that's right. I use miso sometimes. When I cook some veggies, I put
Hmm.
just a spoon of miso and
Hmm.
a little bit of soup.
Yeah, make
Uh,
it like a soup. Uh huh.
it is not like a soup. It's just to
Uh
dilute
huh.
the miso. I put a little bit of soup on the
Yes.
veggies.
Yes.
And you just can have that, a fermented food, and it's not complicated and it's easy, because
Yeah.
sometimes we get overwhelmed on, oh, I want to do great this recipe, or I want to do this
Mhm.
one. And you can do an easy one, include some small tips, on your
Yes. Yes. I'm
routine.
absolutely a big fan of easy foods.
Hmm.
Don't overcomplicate, and you can play around with so many things. Yeah. Absolutely great. other foods that, apart from the fermented foods, that are really beneficial for our intestinal balance are, for example, almonds, the olive oil, bananas, things that most people wouldn't think that they are beneficial, but they are really good, or the ginger. Also,
Yeah.
putting some ginger powder on your meal, it just stokes up the intestinal fire and your digestion fire, and you are going to digest so much better your food.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm going to use it.
Yeah. I think
We have covered all, or
most of them. Yeah, there is one thing that I think it would be interesting to explain as well, is how you eat. We have
okay,
talked about
yes.
what you eat, but how you eat, because what you can see most of the time nowadays, that people are eating in front of their computer, looking at their phone or watching the TV, and they are not present.
And you eat more, and
Yes.
you get very with heavy. I don't know if it's heavy digestions.
Heavy. Yes.
Um,
When you
and
feel like overloaded, that you ate too much. Yes.
So we recommend also to eat 80% of your limit, so you will feel with energy, not tired, fatigue, because all the energy is going to be focused on the digestion. And the reason why we eating is to give us energy, but if we eat a lot, is the way around. They take out energy.
Yeah, when you eat too much and then you are with that brain fog, and you can't even think. Frog, break. And you can't even think, and you are sitting in front of the computer. I should be working, but I can't even keep my eyes open. Now, that's the feeling that you don't want to have.
That's right. Yeah, to avoid that.
And also what happens most of the time when you are eating without being present is that you are not chewing your food well.
Yeah.
And digestion starts in your mouth. If you don't chew well, you are putting too much pressure, and you are giving too much work to your stomach.
And also chewing consciously and a lot, it gives you the possibility to do not eat that much, because it takes 20 minutes until your brain knows that you're full. So if you're chewing a lot, then you gives to the brain the time to know that you are not full, but you have enough. That's the word. Yeah, that you have enough.
Yes, a very great tip. It's very, very true. That many times we eat, until we fall, but then it's too late.
Yeah, sometimes there are people that they eat so fast. I know people that eat so fast. Is when they finish. Yeah, they finish. It's like, oh my goodness! Oh, I have my stomach so full, I cannot move. Yeah. That's the worst thing. That
exactly. My trousers got too small. Yeah, that's not good.
Try to eat consciously and slow.
And with all these tips, just bear in mind your bio-individuality. Just make sure that you are listening to your body, because there is no universal food or that works for everyone. And just be aware of it, that what might be working for me might be not working for you. And be open, be curious, try things, and if it's not working, just move on to the next one.
Yes, that's right.
That's it. Yeah.
Try things, small steps, and I'm
small
sure
steps,
that
progress over perfection.
Yeah, you will obtain your goal better.
Absolutely. Yeah, and sometimes what is very helpful is just having a food diary. So you write down what you had, how it made you feel. Did you feel light? Did you feel heavy? Did you feel with energy? Is it giving you gas? Is it giving you diarrhea? And you can, when you write things down, you can follow all the process so much better, and it can be very helpful.
Yeah, it will give you a lot of information.
Absolutely.
On your future decisions, what you eat.
Yes. Yeah, I think, Marta, we have covered a lot today, and I really hope
Yes.
that it is helpful for our listeners. Just please let us know, what did you, if there was something that surprised you, is there something that you're doing and we haven't mentioned? We would love to hear your comments and know about you. You can connect with us either on our social media accounts or here in the Spotify on the comment section.
Yeah, we would love to hear about all of you. So write soon, and I hope you have a beautiful week, and
Yes.
we will see
We will
you.
connect next week.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And that's a wrap for another empowering episode of In Harmony with Vitality, where we encourage you to empower your journey, embrace your vitality, and unleash the potential within.
If you have any questions, topics you would like to cover, or if you want to share your own journey, feel free to connect with us on social media. We love hearing from our community. You can find all links in the show notes.
Remember, this podcast is all about embracing your uniqueness and making choices that align with your inner wisdom. Your journey to a healthier and happier life is yours to shape.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you heard, leave us a review. Your feedback means the world to us, and it helps others discover the podcast.
As we sign off, always remember, life is an incredible journey, and you hold the power to make it extraordinary. Tune in next time as we continue our quest for harmony and vitality.
Until then, take good care of yourself, honor your uniqueness, and stay in harmony with vitality.